And I'm talking about the Geneva Bible of 1599. I know there's the first printing was 1560, if I'm not mistaken. So it's what 12 years before the King James Bible. So we read it to you in the King James, all right? Let me read it again. Moreover, he said unto me, son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, which is the word, and go speak unto the children of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And our third, and he said unto me, son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels, digest it. Don't just eat and spit it out. Digest it. Don't eat it and vomit it back up. Digest it. The sweet and the bitter and the sweet. With this roll that I give thee, then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey for sweetness. It says, and he said unto me, son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel. It said, read the fourth verse in the Geneva scriptures of 1599.
All right, this is verse 4. And he said unto me, son of man, go and enter into the house of Israel and declare them my words.
The wording is a little bit different. Same message is being conveyed. Go to the house of Israel. Let me read that again. 4. And he said unto me, son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel and speak with my words unto them. Not your words, not Joe's words, not Bob's words, but the Most High's words. 5th verse. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. It hasn't changed. Still talking about Israel. Ezekiel is still a prophet. Not too many people of a strange speech and of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. Meaning, if the Most High sent us to these other nations, they will probably, because they're looking to get into this thing. And like the Alpha and Omega crew, Vocab, Malone and them, they're looking to get into this thing. That's why they're coming to us. We ain't going to them. Because they're looking to come into this thing because we know we have the truth. They're looking to join themselves to us. And that's all I got to read on that. That's all I got to read on that. Here you go.
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, to jump on that. The book of Psalm 147 and 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Yeah, because that goes out to them guys out there that are still to this day in 2016, in August 2016, still teaching that the Gentiles in the New Testament are talking about the other nations. It's not talking about the only people that the Most High is dealing with is Israel. And the reason why he spoke about Gentiles and strangers is because Israelites were scattered throughout all the planet Earth. And they're speaking all different types of languages, doing all type of manner of madness. Why? Because that's part of the deal. And now we're in the part where the Lord is bringing them out of there.
The book of Acts 10 and 36. The word which Yahweh sent unto the children of Israel. Now, in the Hebrew, the word there is bunyam, for children, but in the Greek, bunyam means sons in the Hebrew. In the Greek, the word there is, let me play the Greek.
Strong's G 5207. Huios. Huios.
Yeah, so you get the word son from Ehos.
And that's what it said, Eho, right? That's what it says, a son. Okay? So this knowledge is really for the men of the nation of Israel, and the men take it, and what pertains to the woman, teach the woman. Only a man's husband should be teaching his woman. No other man should be teaching another man's woman. That's out of order, man. All right? That's totally out of order. That's why at the school in Bridgeport, we got rid of, Elder Apostle Tar gave the decree, and we got rid of all the women in there. Because we had women in there. Yeah, they came in there with the veils over their head, the whole nine, man. Yeah. Looking like they were Sarah or Rebecca. Yep. And what happened? Blushing. Yeah, you had chaos started coming out of that, man. All right. So we've been there, done that. All right.
You had guys that were acting like women. They had an attitude about it because a woman got kicked out, and they had a bitchy attitude about it. You know. Yeah. And they all fell. Every last one of them all fell out.
Yeah, and Shakyal was one of them. All right. You had the other guy. What's his name? We call him who?
Garbanzo.
Yeah. Well, what's his name? What was? Gabarya. Yeah, Gabarya. Yeah, we call him Garbanzo. All right. Acts 10 and 36. The word which the Heavenly Father sent unto the children of Israel, which is really the sons of Israel. In the Hebrew, it says son. In the Greek, it says son. Preaching peace by Yahushua. He is Lord of all. That word, I say, ye know, which was published throughout all Judea and began from Galilee after the baptism which John preached. And began with who? Yahushua, which John was the forerunner sent to introduce Yahushua. All right? That's it. And but that's the proof. The word was given to Israel. Yeah, you got it.
That's the key point. The key point is Yahushua is the word. You know, that's really what's supposed to be uplifted. Not no goddamn ballad, you know, some old busted up broken down lounge singer, you know, formerly from the group Boys and Men, Michael McCray, I think his name was, or McCary. You know, you're supposed to be uplifting the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. Did not Yahweh Shai said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me? It didn't say if another man was lifted up, as if Yahweh Shai is lifted up. That's the main thing. And if you're going to uplift Yahweh Shai, you got to uplift his name.
Where did Yahweh Shai go among the different groups that he was teaching or preaching? Where did he go singing? What scripture is that? Furthermore, this is the book of Amos 5 and 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs. For I will not hear the melody of thy viol. So no matter how high a note Bubble Eyes hit or how low a note he hit, the Lord ain't hearing that shit, man. The Lord ain't hearing that crap.
You can't sing, you can't dance.
All right?
What?
That's not part of this thing of ours, man. And if you guys are swayed by that, you might as well go join GOCC, because you ain't going to see, beginning with Elder Apostle Tar, you ain't going to see him on stage clutching a mic and you know, swaying back and forth like a lily in the field, singing some song, man. You know, we're singing right now. That's as good as it's going to get for you. This is the real singing, all right?
This is the real song.
This is the real song.
This is Psalms 137 and 4. How shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? You know, you over here singing, man. We in hell, man. It's supposed to be mourning.
Yeah, if you don't like the way we're singing, then don't listen, nigga. All right?
Okay, this is Ezra 4, verse 1. It says, now when the adversaries, now this is after the Medo-Persians took down the Babylonian Empire, and Israel was freed from that captivity. And there was a proclamation made by the king to for Israel to rebuild a temple, because that first temple that Solomon had built up was destroyed, and this was the rebuilding of the second temple. Now the third temple, we are of the third temple. You know, it says so you had these other nations that wanted to help build with us. Well, that hasn't changed, man. There's people that want to build with us. That hasn't changed. You can't build with us. You're not allowed to build with us. This is for the children of Israel. It says, now Ezra 4 and 1. Now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard, because Levi was among them, that was the kingdom of Judah, heard, the word adversaries means enemies, heard that the children of of the captivity builded the temple unto Yahweh, the Most High of Israel. You notice it says the Most High of Israel, right? It says, second verse, then they came to Zerubbabel, which he was made governor of Judah at that time, and to the chief of the top men, and said unto them, let us build with you, for we seek your God. Let me read that again. Let us build with you, for we seek your God. So these are other nations that were looking, and this kills all these clowns out here that says that, well, the Gentiles accepted, they believed it, they call on the name, and was that in Kings, I believe it's 1 Kings 8, if I'm not mistaken. I can go to it, but it says that if another nation and a stranger calls on the Lord, well, then how are you going to answer this, my man? Answer this. It says, let me read this second verse again. Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, these are these other nations. Let us build with you, for we seek your God. And we do sacrifice unto him. Hold up, these people are still sacrificing unto the Lord since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. Do me a favor, go to the precept on that, the king of Ashur. Is Ezra 4 and 2. Go to the precept, see what that sends you, and we can read that too. It says, but Zerubbabel, which was a man of the Lord, which is one of the heads that the Most High set up, and Joshua, which is Joshua the high priest, and the rest of the chief of the fathers of Israel said unto them, ye have nothing to do with us to build an house unto our power, but we ourselves together, we will build unto the Most High Yahweh, the Most High of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, have commanded us. Because Cyrus put up the money. So these other nations wanted to join with them, right? Now watch what they're going to do. It says, then the people of the land, listen good. Ezra 4 and 4. Then the people of the land, and this hasn't changed, man. So any Old Testament scripture that you come across, whether it be 1 King, 2 King, Isaiah, Jeremiah, that the Gentiles, if they call on the name of the Most High, it's talking about Israel, man. It says, 4th verse, then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah. When I say Judah, I mean the kingdom of Judah, which consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Because a simple nigga jump up and say, well, that's only talking about the tribe of Judah. It's talking about the kingdom of Judah. And troubled them, and what? And troubled them in building. Like they're trying to do now. Because they want to build with us. You can't build with us, man. And like when Sarnetta and Polite came down there, they came down to, they said Polite come down to build with you. Well, what happened? We couldn't build together. You know, we couldn't build together.
As their measurements was off, their
measurements was way off, man. They had twigs and bushes instead of actual building material, man. Yeah, we can't build. We can't build with you Moors. We can't build with you. We can't build with you consciousness people, because there's nothing conscious about you, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So we can't build with you. It's our way or the highway. All right. It says 5th verse, and hired counselors against them, and that's what they're doing right now, right? And hired counselors. Hired meaning gave them money, big money. How can we mess this? That's what they're doing right now. And the scripture said in Matthew, the gates of hell shall not prevail. All right. It says, and hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose. Now these guys, they do the live show that gets all messed up. Well, that's them hiring counselors to frustrate your purpose. All right? But you must prevail. All the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius, king of Persia. And in the reign of Asuerus, which is Xerxes, and that's the guy from 300, that big tall guy. That's Xerxes or Asuerus. In the beginning of his reign, wrote they unto him an accusation against the inhabitants of Judah and Jerusalem. And as you read down, they had to go back to the records. They had to go back to the records to find out if Cyrus actually made this proclamation that this money was set aside for the children of Israel or the kingdom of Judah to rebuild the temple again, right? It says 7th verse. And the days of Artaxerxes wrote Bishlam, Mithridath, Tebel, and the rest of their companions unto Artaxerxes, king of Persia, and the writing of the letter was written in the Syrian tongue. The Syrian tongue. Now that so-called Hebrew that we read today out of the Torah, that's the Syrian tongue. All right, and interpreted in the Syrian tongue. It said Rehum, the chancellor of the Shimshai, and Shimshai, the scribe, wrote a letter against Jerusalem to Artaxerxes, the king, and this sort. Then wrote Rehum, the chancellor, and Shimshai, the scribe, and the rest of their companions, the Dinites, the Aphrasites, excuse me trying to read this, the Tarpalites. Now check this out. The Arphasites, the Archivites, the Babylonians, the Susanites, the Dahavites, and the Elamites. Because them people over there in the Middle East, the Elamites, those are your East Indians today. That's why we tell you people that them people that live among the East Indians, those are the Elamites. But they were under different tribal names. So that which made them Shemites. Okay? It says 10th verse, and the rest of the nations whom the great and noble Asnapar brought over and set in the cities of Samaria, because that's where Israel was. And then you had them other nations that came, and that goes back to 2 Kings 17 chapter, because they were worshiping the true power of the Most High, keeping the Sabbath and everything. So they figured, well, wait a minute, we're going to be down with this building. Oh, no, you ain't. You ain't going to be down with this building. That's why you got them so-called Philistine Jews over there in the land of Israel today, by the way, which the so-called Jews, them Amalekites, them Edomites, all right? The Edomites are you so-called crackers, man, walking up and down. Them Philistine Jews, when they come over to the Wailing Wall, they ain't going to tell them to take your garments off. You know what I'm saying? See, when you niggas went over there to Israel, they knew that you were the Israelites. So they said, look, let's upset their agenda. Let's frustrate their work. Here you are over there trying to build a temple again. Well, the temple is right here, man. When we go on the highways and the byways, that's the temple being built up. Because the third temple, when Yahushua said, you shall destroy this temple in 3 days, after 3 days I shall rebuild it, and it said he was talking about his body. Well, we're part of that body. What he said, he's building it now. The men of Israel coming back together, which is the house of David coming back together, that's the temple coming back together. The temple ain't going to be no building that you go into, although we are going to have buildings, but the true temple of the Most High are us ourselves. We represent a brick,
Collective body. Yep.
the collective body. So we don't got to go to the land of Israel no more. But we are going to go back to the land of Israel after that place is destroyed. See, everything's coming into play, man, beautifully.
This is the book of 1 Peter 2:5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua.